Okay, guys. Hello, fellas. Let's start today's session. So, hello there. My name is Bhuvnesh. I am a front-end developer, and recently I am being active in the community and being participating in different contests. And if you want to contact me, then you will get some details in the end of the presentation. Yeah. So, what is web development, you ask? So, to learn web development and to start your career in web development, you have to learn HTML, JavaScript, React, React Native, and Node.js. Let me show you how to learn web development. So, simply go to YouTube and yeah, you can simply write here web development and you will get the full course. Here you can scroll for any option you want. And for example, I will go through this one. And you can go through this 21 hours video and you will be a full stack web developer. Thank you, guys. So here is my Twitter ID and you can also contact me to my mail. Any questions you can send me. Okay, so I think you got that joke there. I think it is very humorous. So yeah, so enough of the jokes. Let's start our today's session, web development. So content of my presentations are here. So first we will go through the basically what is web development, and after introducing you guys to web development, I will introduce you to front end and then text required to learn the front end, and also some brief introduction about the back end and the text. And in the end, I will tell you some things and tips about the full stack web development. Okay, so what is web development? You guys would be wondering, this guy is shouting web development, web development. Okay, now I will tell you what is web development. So it is basically nothing but creating and maintaining a website, as you can see I've written here. So it comprises of different aspects like building a website. It includes designs, animations, audio, image, and different contents. And the most important thing is data. And then web development is also combination of programming language. So you will ask how we implement this data into our website. We have to use a programming language, and often a time these languages are combined together to make a framework, and framework and different libraries are made out of this programming language. I will elaborate on this further in my presentation. Okay, so what are all career options you have in web development? So you can basically become a front-end developer, a back-end developer, and a full-stack developer. So what is front-end? The front end is a client side server. So you basically have to design the website, and the things which the client or the consumer will see on the website will be designed here. So that what you have to do, you have to make the front page, like what will be rendered on the screen. And for the back end, it is more like a technical work. The we have to you have to work on the functionality of the website, like if I click on a button, then how the button would respond. That is what backend. It is the work with the servers and databases, all things. And then comes full stack development. So full stack development, when you are very talented enough and you are like a Chad, so you not go went for front or back, you went for both, and now you know both of them. So like you can also design a website and connect it to a database through an API, and yeah, basically you can create and deploy a website by yourself. You don't need any help. Okay, let's move on. Okay, now we will go a little bit deeper on the front end. So what is a front end? So as I have told you earlier, it is the basically what you see on the screen or the front page of the website, what is rendered on the screen. So yeah, that's what I have written here. It user interface of the website or the application. This include layout, styling, and interaction of the website. And yeah, basically same thing. I'm reading out again. Okay, so when people say web front end web development, what people tell you that learn CSS, HTML, and JavaScript, boom, you are a front end web developer. And the reality you will see here. So yeah, the reality is little bit messed up. I see too many graphs, too many points to learn. Don't worry, we got you there. So we have made a proper front end roadmap for front end developer, which we are planning ahead. So don't worry, these are all the things you have to learn. You don't have to learn every tech stack. You have to choose any one and learn that thing. Like I will tell you ahead in this session. Okay, as after previous slide, half of you guys will be scared like, oh shit, man. So many things I have to learn too. Don't worry, we got you there. Okay, so basically, the first thing you need to for the front end is HTML. So as you can see, my body is skeleton. So this is the you can say core of a web page where you when you design a web page, this is like a skeleton part where all the content will be fit, any designing you do on this body, anything you do. So basically you need a skeleton. So this is the skeletal part where you can see there is a head and there is a body. The head contain all the metadata. The metadata means what is like it related to the web page. So don't worry. It is just a brief introduction, so you don't have to wonder like what is meta and what this guy is saying. We will walk you through all these tags and everything. You just remember that in a HTML there are two tags. The elements have tags. Some are single tag and some with double tag. This first one is called opening tag and second one is called closing tag. You can put any data between them, and there are different tags for different purposes. Let's move ahead. Okay, so how this thing works? So we have a root element called HTML. This is basically our whole page is distributed like this. When you prepare a page, this is how it is distributed. You don't see this thing, but this is how it is done. So inside HTML, the head comes. Inside head, there is title and all metadata I told you. And then inside body, you have your anchor element. Anchor element is basically like when you put some link in your website, that for that you use an anchor tag. And there is H1. This is for heading, putting your headings. So yeah, different tags are there. This is just a small graph, so you guys don't get scared away. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, the next thing what you have to learn is CSS3. Okay, so what is CSS3? It is cascading style. And what is cascading style, you will ask? It is basically nothing but adding some style. Like you can see a red box within which I am box is written. So for that, we have given this box the following property. We have given the width 60 pixels and color and display. Okay, you guys might not know these properties. Uh, don't worry, I got you there. So basically, just remember that CSS is used to beautify your page. You have a skeleton. You have a skeleton. Now you have some muscles on it. Let's move ahead. You will understand slowly. So there are three types of styling you can do. As you can see here, first one is inline, which is inside the element itself in the HTML page. Inside itself, you will add some styling attribute, and here you can add border, color, anything you can add like styling is like you can add different things to styling like color, background color, height, width, position, property, any property you can add. So basically you can add this property inside the header tag itself, opening tag itself. And the second is internal. So internal is like you will create inside the header file, you will create a style tag, and inside that style tag you will add all these elements like you can see here. So little bit of up down here. So this one is for internal, and the external you will create a different CSS file and link it to HTML file by link style sheet. Don't worry, I know you guys can't understand it. We will walk you through in our detailed front end development session. Okay, just understand the thing which I'm telling and move with me. Okay, Yeah, like I said, see, this is basically HTML. You have a head, you have a body, but when you add CSS, you become a Chad. Let's go. So yeah, so CSS3 also follows some rules. These are cascade rules and specificity and inheritance. So more detail elaboration in the front end part, because if I even tell you, you will not understand, because we have to go step by step. So just remember that CSS3 work on some specific rules. And also we can add, like you will say, yeah, we designed the website for my PC, screen size is bigger. But what about the phone? When I open that website in phone, it's look messy. I can't even see anything. So for that, we can use media query in CSS. There is a specific part which use conditional logics to design for different screen sizes. You can mention the screen size here, minimum width, and when the screen size reduced from that specific width, then it will change which property you have mentioned, it will acquire that properties. Okay, so I hope you guys are understanding. Not very high level thing I am telling, and also these things are written. Okay, the custom properties now. These properties are like when you know how to design a, you know how to use the CSS. Then what will happen when we design a very big website? We often come upon this hurdle that we have to put some take some primary colors, secondary colors, and use repetitively through all the CSS properties. So to avoid you repetitive use of these colors again and again, writing these colors again and again, writing the properties, so we often create some variables. These variables have have these properties within it. So if we mention these variables inside our CSS, like any element of CSS, then they will got those properties. So it is easier to have some custom properties, and then always mentioning the properties manually, and it makes your code look cleaner also, and modular also. Okay, and yeah, this point is important. While maintaining and updating your site, this will help you, because you will only have to change this only one variable, and the whole code will where this variable is mentioned will be changed automatically, instead of going to uh, uh, all the parts and changing the color manually. You can just change the variable, and any element that is have this variable will be changed. Okay, that's all for this. Okay, now the JavaScript. So yeah, there is a very rumor are going on, JavaScript most used language. Anything not written in JavaScript will be written in JavaScript. Yeah. So let's see what is JavaScript. So basically, how JavaScript is used in our website is it add interactivity and dynamic behavior to website. So what is dynamic behavior? Like I said earlier in the part, that how the website will respond when user uses it. So yeah, this you can see this is the JavaScript example I have written here. I know you can't understand what is Gasp and what is register plugin. Uh, so it's okay. We will go through this part in detail in the front end. So yeah, there is a meme here. I will read it out. So you can see this guy is saying front end. No, it's a back end. No, it's both. It's both. It's JavaScript. I hate it. So, okay, you guys would be wondering what this meme is and why this guy is telling us. Wait a minute. You start your web development, then you will understand this meme. What is the humor of this meme? And any guy who have done the web development would have known if he have done the JavaScript. Okay, let's go. Okay, another meme way. JavaScript everywhere. Okay, enough of the memes. Let's start some important points of the JavaScript. So basically, JavaScript is used for asynchronous programming and event handling. So what is asynchronous programming? It refers to compatibility of a program to perform multiple tasks simultaneously. So like you will be wondering what is this multiple task. So when you open up a website, there is multiple things going on. Like there are different section, in different section different things are going on. So if you go to a good website, then you will stumble across this thing. So yeah, the important in JavaScript is important because it allow performance stability and user experience. So stability is the most important part. Stability and performance are most important when you come to web. Like if you open a website and some element, some part is opened up, but the rest of the part is just loading and loading. So it won't be a good user experience. So to avoid these things, JavaScript is the best thing we can use. And also program handle multitask at the same time, as I told you earlier, is multiple things can work simultaneously. And event handling is a crucial dynamic interactive web page, as it enables developer to create responsive user interface. So responsive user interface means like when user uses the page, then he will get the response accordingly. Like not a static website. It should be a dynamic. Like if he clicks on a button, he should get some response, and it should be seamless and individual experience for the end user. Like some hi-fi words I have used there, it's okay. So the experience should be seamless. As you guys know, the page, as far guys don't want to like wait for 2 minutes to page to load up and everything. You just want like in the click blink of your eye, you click on the website, just open up, scroll through and do your work. That is the best user experience that a user would want. So that what, yeah, to learn JavaScript there are there are two parts. Like there is a library and there is a framework. So what is JavaScript library? It is a pre-written collection of function and features that is given to you. Like there are some for a particular job you required some functions. Like for adding two numbers you required a sum and sum function. So like that, there are different functions and different features provided in a library. You can use them and write your whole code. And for that you have different languages. This is React and Js and AngularJS. So little bit of tip from my side. So React.js is a widely accepted tech stack nowadays, but Vue.js is for beginner, it is a better tech stack. Like you will like Vue.js than React, because only those guys know who have done the React what is React. Okay, then let's come to the framework. So what is framework? So it is a Java framework is a complete pre-written structure. So you don't have to write the structure even also. It is a pre-written structure for building a website application. It provides set of guideline, pre-written code, and the tools for building the complex application and website. Okay, every time you go, you won't start from the scratch writing, like adding a div, then adding a header file and p. You won't do that. So sometime, often time, you uses the framework. It makes makes our work easier. Like you don't have to start from scratch every time. Okay, I hope you guys are understanding and following through.